officers were attacked. We were in there. We were crushed. We were pushed. I had officers on the floor.
A social media star and dozens of others arrested after a giveaway turned into a riot in New York City. Police say the YouTube streamer Kai Cenat promised a giveaway of PlayStation 5 consoles and gift cards. The giveaway drew thousands of people to the streets, with some seen climbing onto the roof of a subway station. Police say that some even broke into a construction site and started throwing paint, cans, and bottles, and even rocks. Now, Cenat, who has millions of followers on YouTube and Twitch, is charged with rioting, inciting a riot, and unlawful assembly. He was released from custody on Saturday and is due in court on August 18th. Cenat's streaming group released a statement saying, quote, "We recognize that our audience and influence is growing, and with that comes greater responsibility. We are deeply disheartened by the outbreak of disorderly conduct that affected innocent people and businesses, and do not condone that behavior." Joining me now is Stuart Kaplan, an attorney and former FBI special agent. Stuart, thank you so much for being here this morning.
My pleasure.
Stuart, the obvious question, you've seen the video. How does something like this happen?
Well, quite frankly, look, in New York, and I can speak to this because I am also a licensed New York attorney, the illegal assembly is 4 or more people engaging in conduct that would basically cause a public alarm. The inciting of a riot is 10 or more people engaging in conduct that tends to create chaos and destruction of property, and also potentially battery and assaults on innocent lives. The problem in this particular case is you had a young person who has a huge presence on social media, and he did not in any way engage the New York City Police Department in letting them know what he was intending or planning to do. This is kind of equivalent to, setting up a concert at Madison Square Garden and understanding that there is a responsibility that you have to have the New York City Police Department, you have to have private security. You can't just engage in this type of behavior in handing out free gifts and gift cards without an expectation that this type of bad behavior can quickly erupt and not only create a rioting type of situation, but think of all the people that were in Union Square Park that had no idea that this was going to take place. So you've put innocent people in the middle of chaos. That's why this should be dealt with very seriously. Just for your viewers, though, under New York state law, the 2 charges, the illegal assembly and the inciting of a riot, are only A misdemeanors, which means that he could only be punished up to a year in jail. More likely than not, this case will end up in a pretrial diversion where no jail time whatsoever will be entertained in this type of case.
And Stuart, here's my question. Can't Cenat just simply say, dude, I didn't know. I do social media. You mentioned a concert. I didn't sell tickets. I simply said I was going to be in a certain spot at a certain time because people follow me. I just wanted to give out gift cards. I had no idea this was going to happen. I never would have done that, Your Honor.
Well, and that's exactly what I would argue. I would say, Your Honor, I can't be responsible for all of these individuals who obviously, engaged in bad conduct. However, the flip side is that when you reach a level of prominence and the level of exposure, especially where his social media presence shows that he has millions of followers, you can't just obfuscate or avoid a responsibility to the general public to engage the possibility and the foreseeability that you may cause thousands of people to assemble. The issue then I would have as a prosecutor or even the New York City Police Department is we're not going to try to say your intent was bad because you wanted to help people or give them free gift cards. That's something that's nice, and we would applaud that. However, you need to engage the New York City Police Department so that we can try to conduct this in an orderly manner to try to be able to keep everybody safe and obviously avoid the ultimate, what we saw just play out, which is reprehensible. I mean, not only the violence that ensued, but the destruction of public property is just not something we should see.
which is why, had police been notified, could have had crowd control and measures in place to keep this from happening. Cenat was released from police custody over the weekend. You talked about how he'll probably be hit with misdemeanors.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.